Kaylin Goss from the KBIA Newsroom, and it's time for Missouri on Mic, conversations from Missouri in its 200th year. Zac Burden spoke with the Missouri on Mic team in Kirksville. He's the mayor there, and he stopped by our booth at the farmers market in May to talk about his love of the town and the community's history.
I serve as mayor, which is an elected position. We're actually elected to the council, and we serve on 3-year terms. There are 5 of us, and they're on staggered terms. And we select amongst the council members each year one of us to serve as mayor. So I'm in my 4th year as mayor. We hire a city manager to do the day-to-day operations of the city, and Mary Maycumber serves in that role and does a fantastic job on that, and has for many, many years. So the council position is a part-time position. And my parents predicted it at the time. They said, oh, you're going to fall in love with this town. You're probably going to stay here forever. And shoot, you might end up being mayor someday. And they were just kidding, but that ended up being rather prophetic. So I love this community. I've lived here for 23 years now, and it is most assuredly home. I'm really passionate about the history of Kirksville, the history of Northeast Missouri, the history of Truman State University, the history of A.T. Still and the university that he founded, and all of that has this beautiful interplay together. There's just a really historically rich environment here, and I'm really glad to see that we are continuing to do different projects that pay honor to that heritage and help people connect to what's going on today in our community through the legacy that was started all those years ago. I serve as a member of the Kirksville Historic Preservation Commission in my capacity as a council member, and we are always looking to recognize different residential, commercial, and industrial properties that are historic in nature. In fact, we just did a new designation as a historic property under the Kirksville listing for a beautiful home over on Illinois Street, the Evans House, and that was a really great opportunity. But we're always looking for different ways to do that, and one of them that I'm really excited about is a grant-funded project that the city of Kirksville is able to work with, where we brought in a firm who did the research on a lot of historic properties, particularly in our historic downtown area. And they actually created a script based off of the information that they collected, and I got to do the audio recording for that. Those audio recordings are going to become part of an app that people can download, and they can walk around with that in historic Kirksville. And when they're in front of one of the properties that's part of the project, that narration will go ahead and start to play, and they can learn about sort of the roots of those particular properties, the people who made an entrepreneurial venture out of them, or a different historical effort that happened. And through these stories, you really get a sense of what Kirksville has meant to this region, to the entire state, to specific fields, to specific industries. I walked away learning some new things just from recording the audio on that. So I think even people who have lived here for a very long time will walk away not just with new knowledge, but with a greater appreciation for the history that really has impacted where they live.
That was Kirksville Mayor Zac Burden speaking about the history of his community. Missouri on Mic is an oral history and journalism project from Missouri's 200th year. Thanks to Grace Pankey for producing this episode, and the Burney sisters for providing our music. For more conversations like these, visit kbia.org. I'm Kaylin Goss. Thank you for listening.